All right, what's up, guys? So, gonna be touching off the old Chevy here shortly. Little square body. So I got it back from my buddy's house who did a ton of work to it. Got the new motor in. Doesn't look bad. Pretty excited to touch this thing off and see how it goes. This battery is completely dead. It was built in the 14 and it come from Walmart, so you know you got two things wrong with that one right there. So we got another battery inside charging that come out of the Corolla, so it ain't gonna be quite what it needs, but that's all right. But yeah, we're gonna try to touch this thing off and see how it goes. I see my old Eldebrock. See, if you don't keep some wax on them or anything, that's what they do. They just oxidize and rust up, but that's all right. It's got a nice new filter in it. The top doesn't matter as much. We'll get a new one in the future. What does matter is the motor is tough, so it actually ran pretty good. New belts, etc. Yeah, so we're gonna touch this thing off. Does have a new Skyjacker return to center stabilizer, so that is nice. Yep. Oh. Brand new tires. We just got some snow. They haven't even seen the pavement yet. The old sneakers haven't. Literally haven't even seen the pavement yet. So, pretty excited to touch this thing off. It's right off the headers. It's got the new headers on it there, and it's right off them with downspouts. So, sadly, she won't be making no noise out of these babies tonight, or the Flowmasters, but that's all right. I bet she'll sound good. Yeah, inside still needs a little love, but we will get there. I'm gonna vacuum it out from everything. Got a new head unit to install. So that one is toast, and that one is toast. So gonna have to do that as well in the future, and wire up the lights. If anyone's got a good idea, I've looked online for some. I don't want to just say, I had toggle switches everywhere through here. You can still see the holes in the old dash here. The choke is hooked up though, which is nice. We have a choke again, so that's nice. Got a brand new switch down here. Can anyone tell me what that does? I bet I got a few on here that can. But brand new switch on the floorboard there. Yeah, pretty excited to touch this thing off. So bear with me here. I'm gonna go grab the battery, and then I will set up the camera so y'all can watch me fool around with that, try to get that installed. I see, you know, we had to add some extraage to get it up here. And the wires, some of them are just kind of tossed in there. Looks like some new connections, new terminals will be in need sooner than later before this thing actually sees the road. This is how it came home. I'm unsure what's going on with the tranny dipstick there. So gonna have to see what's up with that, get that unhooked, and see what's up with that before it hits the road. Wiring looks really nice, so my buddy did that. Did a phenomenal job with all the wiring for it. Brand new distributor, high output from Summit. So that's one thing you don't want to skimp out on is the distributor. That runs literally 90% of your stuff. When I say your stuff, I mean your carburetor, okay? So a lot of people think when these things don't run right, it's your carburetor. Adjust it, adjust it, adjust it, so it just don't run anymore. And yes, it's a quadra-junk. You know what? When those things are tuned right, those quadra-jets, they run awesome. And when the 4-barrel kicks in, you absolutely know that it's running. Yeah, brand new clamps, brand new heater core as well. So it ought to throw some really good heat, but the heater core itself is brand new. Pretty excited about that. Anyway, I'm gonna run in, grab the battery. I'll get this thing set up out here, and you guys can watch me fumble trying to get that thing installed. Oh yeah, it does. You know, you got a good stereo, you know, when you got some wiring coming in. So I will go over the stereo later as well, behind the seat and stuff. So show you what I got going on in here. All right, I'll be back. All right, well, I have declared It's a 1/2 inch and 9/16. Take this off. This side's a 9/16. This side's a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to get this camera set up, and then I will get that out, and then we'll get the new battery tossed in. And there's children screaming next door. That's good. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Some kid up there is just pitching a fit. All right. Anyway, yeah, I'll get this thing set up. We'll get the old battery out and get the new one in. It has gotten a little darker, you know, since I found some tools and stuff. Sun's about down. That's all right, you know. I got just a lamp rigged out. You know, I said we were going to touch this thing off, and we're going to. So I am now committed. I need a work light. You know, that's in the works there. Those old spiral lights don't do well out here in the cold. Yes, that's snow. But you know what? We're going to touch this thing off anyway. Sunset's pretty, though, you know. You got to take some positives out when you can, you know. Sunset is gorgeous in the winter out here. It's kind of like a purplish color. Way up here in Maine, way up in the corner. But anyhow, let's get at it. All right. I never realized how hard it was to film and work on stuff, you know. You see all these YouTube channels do it. I suppose they have a GoPro, not a Samsung, but, you know. But I'm getting it figured out. But I have mad respect for all the folks that do this for a living and film it, because it's not an easy task. All right, so let's work on getting this stuff loosened up and out of here. No, not exciting changing a battery, but you know, this is what I'm doing, so this is what we need to do. This battery came home. He just jumped it with this, got it home, got it back there, you know, just to move it around and get it back to the house. So now this is coming out, and I got to put a good battery in. This does run the headlights, and the dome light comes on there, but it absolutely does not crank over at all. So, all right, negatives off. I don't know about this screw in the center. I suppose that should probably come out. All right, we have found ourselves a Phillips head. I don't know if I see. I'm still learning how to film this where you can see it, so I will get better with that as I go on here, find my range of view for you guys. But anyhow, we got that Phillips, so we'll get that sucker up out of there. Evidently, I need new terminals. If you have to use a Phillips head screw, you know, to make it tight enough to function here, that's probably not the best. All right, but it's just fine. We'll be fine. All right, she's out. So let's yard that out of here. It's even got the go handle. That's kind of nice. All right. Brush the old dirt off her. So the battery box that I had in here, that's been in here since I had the truck new, was just rotted right out. And as you can see, it's a brand new box. So I'm pretty excited for that. I do have all the proper hold downs in the truck. I just didn't want them installed until I get the proper battery in, because I knew that I'd be taking it in and out. But I got the other battery on charge inside. I'm going to run in and grab that now, and then we'll get that all set up. All right, so we got the new battery. I'm just pausing the video as I run around and grab stuff, so I don't know how bad that's gonna lapse or whatever, but we'll get it figured out. All right, positives on that side over there. All right, drop that baby in. So that fits just the way it's supposed to. So What I want to get in the future is a optimum, I don't know, battery. Yeah, that bad boy goes to something. So let's make sure we put that in here. My buddy did all the wiring, so I'm not even sure. I'll have to trace that back and see what that's for. I'm assuming maybe the radio. I knew we had issues with that for a ground. Not entirely sure what this was meant for. Okay, boy, you got just enough to make it into this thing. Doesn't help that it's brutally cold out here. Well, not brutally, but it's cold out after a while. Well, I might have to, the right way I think would be to loosen one of these bolts, tighten it up into that. So let's give that a shot. I want it to be in there correctly, not just jammed in there like it was. So let's do that. Let's see. Whoa, Moses. Do not touch the other side. It will spark you and make you know that you're alive, okay? I guess that's why you don't work on this stuff in the cold. That's when you start making mistakes, but we'll highlight that part, you know. All right. Let's get that in there. Boom, boom, boom. Obviously, I will get... Let's keep it away from that side now, huh? Yeah, let's do that. Obviously, I will get the proper connector. We're just trying to touch this thing off. This isn't even the proper battery for the truck, so this will not be staying in here. Again, I just want to try firing this thing up so I can hear it run. That's our goal right now. We're not going down the road. She's not legal yet. So literally, we're just touching it off. I may drive it up and down the driveway and test on the old four-wheel drive, because we got a brand new drive shaft in it in the front. So story time. So when I park this thing, let me make sure the video is even still running so I'm not completely talking to myself. No, you're still listening. Good. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I appreciate you. But anyhow, God, these things never cooperate. You know, you think you get this side of it on there. Absolutely not. There's not enough room down to the battery. So anyway, we'll just do 1,000 cranks. It's fine. 1,000 little 8¼ turns here. It's just fine as long as it tightens up and works. Anyhow, the last time this was on the road was 2011. And I had a buddy of mine call me up and say, hey, I need you to come help. We've got like, I think there was 4 trucks total that were stuck up on a mountain. Buddy number 1 got stuck on top of the mountain up there in the snow. It was super deep. And he really got her hung up. So buddy number 2 had gone up to try to help. What do you think happened? Yep, got her bound right up there. All right. Buddy number 3 went up, did the same thing. So they're all stuck in different places on the way up the mountain. So then I get a call like, hey, we have no, and they knew I worked in the morning, so that's why nobody tried calling me prior to. I see why they put that screw in, because that's, you can see the wiggle, and we're almost tight without breaking anything here. So yeah, we'll see if I can get a couple more turns out of it here. But yeah, when it gets that tight in there, this thing don't even really want to go on anymore. Yeah, that is just about, oh, you know what? Now, it's still got some play. Let's put that screw back in. Obviously, I'm going to need new terminals. Buy a brand new battery tray, but don't buy new terminals. That doesn't make a lot of sense, huh? Well, at the time, I didn't know I needed them, so... but if you ever have a loose terminal, you can literally take any kind of screw and you screw it in. Now, what you're doing is you're making it tighten right up in there to keep the connection. So no, it won't be, well, it is actually pretty much super tight because you're creating that space in there. But you're also making sure all the metal here is touching. Back here, it's all touching good. Up here where the clamp comes together is where you would have your gap. And not have a good connection. So you can just literally drive a screw into it like that, and that will get you a good connection. So anyhow, long story short, I took the truck up on the mountain. I got them all out, no problem. This thing just is a beast in the snow. When it's fully locked in 4-digger, it is fully locked in 4-digger. All 4-wheel spin, which is nice. Lockers. Anyhow, but I was coming back off the mountain, and it's funny because the last little snowbank that they plowed going into back on the pavement, I was coming back up over that and lost the front drive shaft. Literally blew it apart, so it definitely had to work for its cookies that night. But I mean, literally, I just got out, took the rest of the drive shaft off the truck, and I was on my way. So but it's never had a drive shaft since then, so it now has a front drive shaft in it, and so it's the first time since 2011 that it's had 4x4, which is kind of nice. So anyhow, battery's in. I don't know if we're gonna have to dump some starting fluid down her throat and try to fire her over, or she's just gonna play nice with the choke, but it hasn't run in quite some time, so we will see. And it's cold, so you want to talk about a cold start, this is it. All right, I'm going to put these tools up for a second, and then I'll be right back. All right, so I'm going to jump in the cab and try to twist on this thing. Y'all let me know if it fires over, all right? We might have to put some brake clean or something down the throat of it to fire it over. We'll see, starting fluid, fuel, something. I don't know. It hasn't fired for quite some time, so it might just touch right off. It might say, nope, not today, fella. But we'll see. Let's try touching her off. So making sure I got everything picked up here, because that's just my luck, you know. Leave one wire from this stupid lamp I have. I need a real work light, by the way. Leave a foolish wire I have hanging down into the fan or belt or something, because it's just how it goes for me. But I don't think so, actually. I don't know how I done that, but nope, it looks all right. Let's do it. Huh? What are you trying to do? All right, I'd say it touches off all right. She's a little cold-blooded, but she fired. Drop down in that comment box and let me know what you think, you know. Questions, concerns, critique the hell out of it. It's just an old 350, you know. Show it some love. All right, let's try touching it off one more time. Should fire it over there. My light fell, as you could see. So I got a little nervous there. I thought I was going to go right down on the wires. Didn't. I got lucky on that one. It shakes the old truck around a bit. Well, you got a good view of the radiator. This thing shakes the hell out of the truck. All right, before I ruin anything else, let's change the video quality here. All right, as you can see, that's exactly where that light fell. Can you imagine? I need a real work light. I'm gonna say that again. Get my finger out of the way of the camera here. All right, literally, I didn't touch that light. That's exactly where it fell. Anyway, let's go try to touch this thing off again. That's a little tripod I had sitting there. Oh, getting up. I'm 6'1". Oh, getting up in this thing is a little bit of a challenge. All right. The old square body keys, you know, one for the ignition, one for the doors. No chip, none of that crap. Pump on the fuel a little bit. All right. Building good oil pressure, that's a plus. Yeah. 60 pounds, that's awesome. Still climbing. Yeah, we'll take it. Still climbing. Boy, that's awesome. That's a tight motor. That is one tight motor, I tell you. The radio there. Yeah. Boy, that's not bad at all. I need to hook up the exhaust. It's right off the headers. That's why it's so bloody loud. I don't know if y'all can even hear me, but I need to get I have a tachometer, it sits up here. I need to get that back in. I have no idea where the, let's see if I can get it. I'm letting her warm up. Yeah, nope, she's idling. We'll see. You can hear that cam in it. Boy, that's sick. That is sick. All right. Oh. Get some light on here. There you go. Oh. Jump down out of this thing. It is tall, I tell you. Those are 35, 12.5s. And she's still got some room there, as you can see. Quite a bit of it. Looks good. Nothing leaking. Boy. That does sound nice. Right off the headers. Not bad. Oh. You picked right up right now, I tell you. Not bad. She's running. tube there, but we'll get that done after I got to do brakes. So I got to do front wheel bearings, brakes, rear brakes. I got new drums, new wheel cylinders, pads, the hardware kit, all of it. You know, old school. That stuff's got to come off. I want to have it painted. It absolutely needs a new rear bumper. This will fail ya. Sadly, I like this style, and it's just super hard to find that old like farm truck style rigging there. But see if we got some lights in her, you know. Let's test on that. Yep, I'd say so. I still gotta get the push bar lights rigged up and the roll bar lights rigged up. Anyone gets a good idea for a toggle switch to run them, like a nice panel to hook inside of these things, let me know. Maybe drop me a link to the Amazon there, or wherever it is they come from. Cab lights work. It's just covered in snow. I gotta get them cleaned off, but that'll melt her off, I suppose. But how cool to see her fired up, lit up. I'm impressed. That is neat. See the, I mean, it's just been so long, you know. I started this truck basically before I started losing any family members. So it was 2012. It was 2011 I took it off the road. 2013 during the summer, a buddy of mine got married. I was the best man. He wanted to take him and his wife, wanted me to take them and drive them away in this rig and do a big smoky burnout out in front of the place, which I threw an old set of tires on I had at the time and did that. And it loved it. That was with a different motor that was half dead, but I gumped it to life enough to do that. That was the last time it saw the road. So later on in 2013, I took the engine out. I actually have some old videos of that. I could probably post that up when the engine come out and I started that rebuild. Now after that, in December of 2013, I lost my grandfather. That shook me right up. So I kind of stopped working on it for quite a bit. And then the spring of 2014, lost my dad, and then really stopped working on it. So needless to say, it has been a hot minute since this. I mean, we're in 2023, folks, so it's been quite a bit. So to see this thing come to life and run, you know, under its own power, means the world. So I can't say how much, you know, that really means to see. And I already lost the headlight, you know. I mean, just walking around the truck, done with that, you know. That's fine. That's just fine. These lights are old, I mean, you know, probably time for a new one, I'd say. That's funny. I'll have to review the video. I really think that light was working when I come around. I wonder if just one side of it out or the whole thing went out. There's the high beam. I'd say they're both working now by the looks of my neighbor's house there. Oh yeah. So it's just low beam. Good. That's a good thing. Then I can just replace the light bulb itself and be done with it. I know it's not a wiring issue. Boy, I tell you what, this thing is purring like a kitten. That is cool. Got these cool covers for the lights out here that go. Some on the roll bar there. Up top side, they're brand new. They ain't wired up yet, so I gotta wire them up. Like again, I don't want to put just a couple cheap toggle switches in it, so y'all probably can't even hear me out here right now, so that's fine. Wow. They must really click on there because I'm struggling with one hand, so I ain't gonna mess with that much. And they're obviously not on there very good because I just turned that sucker. So we're not gonna worry about that right now. We'll do that tomorrow in the daylight there. Try to get them on. But those are brand new as well. Holy, look at the high beamage. Oh, let me shut that flashlight off for you there. The high beamage light works. That is neat. And down there, of course, now you need the light back on. That's your high-low beam switch, which is also brand new. Yes, I need to vacuum. But click on that. That goes out. High beam, low beam. Right with your foot. It used to stick really bad, so getting it to go from high beam to low beam was nearly impossible. Do have quite the stereo in here. It's got the headliner with the pods. It comes with little cheap like cardboard speakers, but as you can see, we got some Fosgates, Rockford Fosgates up there. These are 4.5s. There's 4 of them right above your head. They are also amped up. As you can see, we got a little bit of power edge going on here. A couple of amps, a couple of 10-inch subwoofers. Don't worry, there's more. 6x9s in the corner, all amped up. I have a 10 farad capacitor down there at the bottom that powers it all. So when you run your subs and they're banging away, your headlights won't be blinking along with them because that's just not cool. So anyhow, we got some 6x9s in the door. I'll make a video just on the radio in it. When I was in high school, I used to go to those foolish little competitions there and just had a really good time building the stereos. Boy, I just, you know, you can't, doesn't do it justice on video. We're ways out, I'm telling you. But these are your ankle vents there. Pull on that, opens it up. Then your wind just blows right in, which is kind of neat. Shut it. These are your, I'm not going to turn it on because they're just bunged right up in ice and pine needles and all that. So we're not even going to test on them right now until we get them cleaned up. But this here runs your windshield wipers, kind of old school. These are your headlights. One click in. Still, oh, you can't tell with this flashlight on, but you got your panel lights on in there. Obviously our dome lights on, that creates quite a bit of light. But that runs just your, maybe I'm too far. There you go. Alright, so one click in, runs all these. So I changed all these over to LEDs, which looks really good. If any of y'all know about these old squares, if there's anything that you know about them, it's that you can't see a goddamn thing when at nighttime. So it's just like dim mental hospital looking lights. So these got some LEDs. I will take a walk around the truck and show y'all everything we've done to it. But yeah, one little click out turns them on, and your panel lights, your cab lights, etc. And then one more click out will turn the rest of your headlights and everything on. So kind of neat how it all works. High-low beam switch again is down there on the floor. She's an oldie. But anyhow, all the love, guys. I appreciate if you did tune in and watch this video. She's just under 40. That's not bad. We're just sitting here idling. I'm happy with that, with an old 3. You know, she's not new. Oh, she's coming up. We're almost up to 200 degrees. So evidently my voltage meter is not hooked up. So we'll have to get that hooked up. That's fine. I don't know if it's blower motors. Oh, it dimmed the lights. Do we got any heated? Oh, probably. Oh, yeah. Oh, holy the Moses, that's hot. Thank God. Oh, yeah. Boy, that is cool. So, it did have a new heater core put in it as well. I just, you know, it's the first time I've clicked it on, so. Yeah. Run hot. But I do see a problem. I should be able to have another switch there to do heater off or defrost, and I don't have that. no switch. Huh. So I don't really know what's up with that. It is blowing good on the floor too, so I guess who cares? You know, you can control your fan speed right over here with that one there, so I guess it really doesn't matter. I don't have any vents rigged up, you know, those are gone, so I like the storage instead. And these trucks will cook you right out of it with just the floor heat and the dash heat. It'll warm it right up in here. So I'm gonna say my fuel gauge absolutely does not work, because I know damn well she ain't that full. So gonna have to look into that as well, because that was working when I brought it over. So I have to reach out to my buddy and see, just see if he knows anything about it. Yeah, because that shouldn't have got messed with at all. So I don't know why that would read nothing. So we'll see. Oh, maybe that got clicked. Nope, that's not it. You know, your saddlebag tanks there. So we'll leave her over on right here. I don't know. Nope, that didn't really mess with it. All right, well, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna let this sucker warm up, melt some of that ice while I have it running. I mean, I don't see why not. Yeah. Again, I'll make a video and go over everything else for the stereo there. Obviously, I want to get a new dash pad. You know, it's seen a few days out in the sun. You know, that's all right. That's good. Nothing to it. Jump down out of here. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Again, I got to do front wheel bearings, brakes, a few other things, rear bumper and all that. And I'm going to try to video it, all of it, along the way, even wiring up these lights here for you guys, and so I can look back on it. I think it'd be kind of cool, you know, someday to show the kids, the grandkids, whatever it may be. Hey, you know, that old big truck you like so much, check this out. This is when we did this, this is when we did that. And it would have a cool date stamp on it. So I think for this generation coming, that's going to be a real cool thing to do, to be able to look back on. But yeah, all the love, guys. Hey-oh. Thanks for watching.